Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I've been enjoying writing these very short stories that can be read to you in a minute or three. And here are two more I've done in the last day. The first one is called A Chat. The last thing that most 10-year-old boys want to do after school is read. But Adam wasn't like most boys. He was curled up on a sofa, reading Addison Cook and the Treasure of the Incas. That book is aimed at 12-year-olds, but Adam was precocious, intellectually, although not physically. Actually, he was the shortest boy in his class. Adam was roused from trying to figure out how Addison would escape from the kidnappers when he heard a groan from the next apartment. It was Saul, the 97-year-old former philosophy professor, now reduced to, like Adam liked to, reading in bed. Even though Adam's parents weren't home from work yet, he knew it was safe to go see if Saul needed help, and it was the first time that Adam had heard Saul groan. Adam took the key that Saul had given his parents just in case, and knocked on the door, but heard only another faint groan. He opened the door to smell that urine-forward scent of aging, and saw Saul on the floor. "I was sleeping, and I had this dream about being chased, and I must have rolled off the bed. I'm okay." Despite Adam's small size, with effort he helped Saul back into bed. "I guess I should be going." "That sounds like maybe you're not sure." Adam wasn't sure. He could always get back to his book, but he was curious about who his parents called Old Doc Saul. Saul, lonely, took Adam's silence as possible assent, and so said, "You're Adam, right?" Adam nodded, and Saul continued. "Let's say, pretend I was the smartest, no, the wisest person in the world. What question would you ask me?" Adam thought and finally said, "Why do people get married?" "Good question. After all, people promise to be together no matter what, forever. Well, forever is a long time. Half of couples get divorced, and many people in the other half are unhappy but are too scared to divorce. Maybe now that women have more power to make money, maybe fewer people will marry. Maybe even the whole concept will go out of style. Ask me another question." "Why is school boring?" "Another good question. The main reason is that professors choose what gets taught, even in elementary school. And professors love intellectual things that most people, especially kids, find boring. I think school would be much better if the kids decided what they're interested in learning." "What should I be when I grow up?" "Well, what are you naturally good at and interested in?" "I like reading, especially about adventures." "So that must mean you like thinking, being alone, imagining yourself being brave." "Yeah, how did you know?" "So, are any of these careers worth reading up on? Becoming a scientist? A librarian? How about a spy?" "All of them." "You could Google them. See how modern I am? Ask me another question." "You said for me to pretend that you were the smartest person, but then you changed your mind and said wisest person. What's the difference?" "Well, imagine that in our town there were only 2 pediatricians. You know what a pediatrician is?" "Of course." "Good. I knew you were smart enough that I could use the precise word pediatrician rather than physician. So, let's say that one of the 2 pediatricians wanted to get more patients. A smart such doctor might place an ad in our community's parent newsletter explaining why he or she is great. A wise such doctor would, with the other doctor, jointly create an ad that lists the kinds of patients that each doctor is best with. For example, some pediatricians are patient and so welcome nervous kids and parents. Other pediatricians might be a little brusque, but are experts at diagnosis. Do you believe in God? I wish I could. I'm going to die soon, and it would be nice to think that there is a loving God who would send me to heaven. But honestly, I can't believe in God. I could explain why, but I'm not trying to dissuade you. If you can believe in a loving God, that's great. It will be a source of comfort. Well, I have taken too much of your time, and I'm feeling kind of tired. When you feel like it, would you come back for another chat? Adam nodded, pursed his lips, said thank you, and padded out. Anyway, that's called a chat. And now I want to read you one more little these short stories. This is called A Family Brunch. Oh, in Scotland we did a distillery. And that lake with the monster, I can't remember the name. Oh yeah, Loch Ness. That's right. And we saw at St. Andrews. No, we didn't play, but it was pretty. We just came back from a cruise, and they were very careful. I don't think anyone got COVID, as far as I know. Did you know that Cousin Charles died? Only the good die young. I'm really into genealogy. Did you know that my great-great-father's great-grandfather's sister was a barkeep? I sat there somehow feeling angry, not quite sure why. Probably because it was yet one more reminder that I don't fit into the normal world. Everyone likes travel. Almost everyone, prizes family. And there I am, thinking about how overrated both are. But interspersed with the anger were feelings of self-loathing. Am I not understanding what she said because I'm bored and not paying attention? Or because I'm getting stupid in my old age? How come I can't remember stories to tell? Everyone else is. And can. In a way, those self-misgivings were fortunate. I was thinking of getting up and yelling at them and telling them what fools they are. But my self-doubt stopped me. Instead, I just sat there, just often enough saying something to avoid making the family feeling I was contemptuous of them. And then 4 hours later, I crawled back into my car and I exhaled. In any event, so that story is A Family Brunch. I am Marty Nemko. I thank you for watching and welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, which usually consists, by the way, of my self-help advice around career, relationships, money, but I intersperse my piano playing and reading some of these short stories and other people's essays. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.